So pace car turning in late.
Oh, my goodness.
Was there a contact with the 9?
Oh, my goodness. What has happened?
They're going to have to fix. They're going to have to fix the end of these barrels. The barrels at the end of the wall. Those are there for safety in case the car would impact the end of the wall.
Yeah, he was not going to make it. The late decision.
Chase Elliott say that was a bit of a late decision.
I tell you what, you never know what you're going to see. I mean, just when you think you've seen it all.
This is a new one for me.
So you heard him. Chase said he looked like the pace car made a late decision to come on pit road.
Daniel Suarez did not get the lap he wanted. He ends up 28th. He and Michael McDowell right on top of each other on the speed chart. And after round 1 of qualifying, Suarez went looking for McDowell to have a conversation, and Michael McDowell went after him. Punches were thrown. Crew chief attempting to break it up. Eventually they did, and they had a conversation. What was said, Jamie?
Well, I'm joined by Michael McDowell right now.
It begins at Brian Vickers and his number 83 Toyota. You see Vickers right there on the outside of Matt Kenseth.
Yeah, the first time I saw this, I thought when he got sideways that maybe the 56 got into him, but I don't think he did now. I think it was just from Matt getting into the 83 of Vickers and getting him loose. And it's, you know, we've seen cars have trouble off the 2 over there. It must be really slick up high.
Now we'll look at Martin Truex's in-car, which will show you that he did not get into Vickers.
Yeah.
Until Vickers was already sideways. A little contact there with Matt Kenseth.
You're all clear, man. All clear, all the way down. Big crash behind you. Big.
Important. It's like Byron has picked up a trash bag or something. A lot of debris with all this wind out here.
And he has reported he is overheating. Larry.
Yeah, he may be overheating, but he is complaining. He said absolutely just plowing. But yeah, that's got the whole nose covered right there.
We're going to have to pit.
Wow.
21 may not know your pins oil.
Busch and Larson continue to battle. Byron makes it onto pit road. Wow, if it wasn't for bad luck, Regan.
And Mike, when he came on the radio and said he had the debris on the grill, the team immediately jumped up on the wall.
Miguel Pluto gets a little bit loose right there. Had a slow truck of Norm Benning ahead. Norm didn't do anything wrong. Miguel just got loose and wow, right into the side, almost flipped him over.
Yep. Yeah, Johnny was as far down on the bottom of the racetrack on the apron as he could be. Just nowhere to go when Justin Laughlin got down there.
Look at James Busher just barely slipping by. Johnny Sauter not so fortunate. And watch Miguel Pluto. He's watching what's going on. Going to make a move here to the inside. But then they had one coming up from the bottom as well. It just barely gets hit, though. Not a lot of damage. Good job by Pluto not getting involved in the crash that he was a part of starting.
that he somewhat caused coming out of turn 4.
As you mentioned, look at the contact between Sauter and Lofton.
All four tires.
All four tires on Lofton's truck off the ground.
It's our 6th yellow flag of the race, this time for Myatt Snyder. Didn't hit the wall. Nice save as he came down across the start-finish line.
Wow.
That's hard to tell. It looked like
he turned into him and turned him right through the grass.
Yeah, it didn't look great. I don't think Noah was attempting to run into him, but maybe didn't anticipate correctly.
You sure?
We don't know. We don't know.
Looked like he intentionally ran into him.
Tires weren't spinning.
Caution.
He's going to chase him in. To your point, Jeff, he cannot allow the 12 to get a lap. Look at the 5 gain to the rear bumper. The 5 into the water. The barrier's right at the end of pit road. He slides into him, damage to the right front.
That's going to bring the yellow out. They're going to have to throw the caution to be able to repair those barriers. Kyle Larson just trying so hard to gain ground on Ryan Blaney. He just misjudged it. It's badly damaged, his 5 car as well.
I'm sorry. I did not expect him to slow down that much.
But they're both coming to pit road, and James Busher gets into the back of the 2. Harvick goes sideways as they're trying to get on pit road.
You see what we were talking about, Phil? Harvick drove around the outside of Buescher, more aggressive to pit road, and I don't think Buescher liked it. He ran into Harvick.
It ain't bad. It ain't bad.
Watch this, an aggressive move by Kevin Harvick. He knows he can go a little bit further before he has to get on the brakes to come to the pit. And look, Buescher just says, don't be passing me, but Kevin didn't do anything wrong there, guys.
Buescher turned right to go up there and hit Kevin. Kevin was going to remind him that he didn't like him being blocked on that restart.
That situation there for a moment.
Denny's on the low side of the track trying to get underneath Biffle. Oh, trouble, and it involves Hamlin. The championship points leader goes around, and can he save it? Caution is out. He keeps it off the wall.
Okay, we're going to need 4 tires. Come on around.
That's a lot of damage to that right front fender.
The very thing he did not want to see happen. You see him slam the wheel.
16 just turned right down on us. Right down on me.
Well, this was one of those wrecks that'll take your breath, as I believe it did Dennis Setzer. Setzer came flying into turn number 3, and it looks as if perhaps the throttle hung, Darrell.
The throttle hung, you see it snaps right there. I got to believe that, I don't know, the brakes were working, that's for sure. You saw the wheels locked up, front wheels locked up there. I'm not sure what happened.
Could have been, he carried a lot of speed into the corner.
Could have been too much rear brake, and it snapped on him when he touched the brake. But throttle hung, we'll just have to find out from Dennis.
The brakes actually went out, went all the way to the floor going off in that 3 on a Mach run. Don't know what happened yet, but unfortunate for Brian and these guys. They got a good little team they're trying to put together. I appreciate the opportunity for Bob and Brian.
Have you got a backup car?
No, we don't have a backup car. We'll be back later, though, some other time.
But you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis.
Wow, Brian Vickers goes spinning in turn 1 after the checkered flag. Here's a look at it.
Oh. Well, these guys were getting, and gals were getting very aggressive.
Well, and Harvick and Kenseth, they had fresh tires.
Now watch this. I think I see where the, yeah. Harv said, hey, bud, save me a little room next time.
Evidently, Harvick did not like the way that Vickers raced Danica, so when they got to the checker flag and passed it, he just spun him out to show him that he didn't appreciate that.
Afterwards, even after that.
Yeah. Well, that's part of it. Short track racing. We talked about emotion. We talked about blocking and bumping.
Hey, no hands. Is that how you want to race? No hands. You let them talk. You let them talk. Hey, then come up to me. Come up to me and talk. Don't stand over here. You give me a headache all day, and then you wreck us over in turn 3. I'm just trying to whip you out of my way. You wrecked us. That's the second time today. Today. You were sorry. You would have walked over and talked to me instead of standing right here by your race shop. You're trying to fight me. I want to call you back to the race. I don't want something to happen. I don't want to start problems. So if I want to start problems, I don't want to. Oh, I that was never my intention at all.
Can he do it? Can he hold him off? No matter what, we've got a race now. They'll race it back if we don't get a caution.
Boy, Regan got off of the turn 2.
Oh, he hits the wall.
He's all right. He's okay. He got off there great.
But Edwards didn't jump inside.
They're all wrecking behind him, but it's okay. Can he hold him off? One more corner.
Here we come to the flag.
He's
Regan
got
Smith
looking
for his first Sprint Cup win. Edwards, 2 car lengths back. Smith gets the flag, and this time he'll get to keep it.
How about that?
I love you guys, man. That's awesome.
Wow.
John Hunter Nemechek and Corey Heim on that front row for the restart. Oh, and the 2 KBM trucks, big contact. The 17 of David Gilliland in that as well. Austin Hill goes around. And they're still piling in. Zane Smith, another good truck in that 21. Heavy contact, and there is Nemechek. Wow, the 2 KBM trucks restarting on the front row, and well, there was so much of them having contact between the 2 of them, but the help.
Have a look at it.
See what happens here. Man, oh man, that thing just exploded big time. I mean, it looks like a fuel car at the drag races.
Darrell, you've got to wonder if that spin earlier, if that engine stopping, counter rotation, whatever, might have stressed components to where this happens down the road? Yes, no?
It very well could have, Mike. Certainly anytime you turn a car around and turn the engine backwards or, over rev the engine. But see how the flame is staying out of the cockpit? Yeah. It's not going up in the car with Michael. It's all behind.